This is where you set forth the belief that a poor man was entitled to a lawyer. Where did you get that belief?
I always believed that, and I thought that was actually a law. I thought that was a constitutional right, and I didn't know no different.
Did you feel there was something in the Constitution that entitled you to a lawyer?
The way I interpret the Constitution, I didn't have no doubt in my mind that it was. Well, to me, the Bill of Rights is where I interpret it. And in the 14th Amendment, first paragraph, it's in very simple language. Anybody can understand it, even a school child could.
Welcome back to AP Government and Politics Review. Today, we have a fascinating topic for you, the landmark Supreme Court case, Gideon versus Wainwright. This case is a pivotal moment in American legal history, and we'll dive deep into its background, the key players, and its enduring impact. So, let's get started. Our story begins with Clarence Earl Gideon, a man whose name would become synonymous with the right to legal representation. Born in 1910, Gideon had a turbulent early life, marked by brushes with the law and periods of incarceration. Despite his rough start, Gideon was determined to seek justice when the time came. In 1961, Gideon found himself accused of breaking into a pool room in Panama City, Florida. He was charged with petty larceny, a crime he vehemently denied committing. Gideon, a poor, uneducated man, was left with no choice but to represent himself at the trial. Gideon's first trial was a sobering experience. Without legal counsel, he struggled to navigate the complexities of the legal system, unable to present his case effectively. He was found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in prison, a devastating outcome for a man who felt wronged. But Gideon was not one to give up easily. He believed that everyone, regardless of their means, deserved a fair trial. So, he wrote a handwritten petition to the U.S. Supreme Court, seeking their intervention in his case. In 1963, the Supreme Court agreed to hear his case, Gideon versus Wainwright. The Supreme Court's unanimous decision in Gideon versus Wainwright was a historic moment. They ruled that the Constitution guarantees every defendant the right to legal representation, even if they cannot afford an attorney. This decision marked a significant shift in American jurisprudence, ensuring that no one would face the complexities of the legal system alone. After the Supreme Court's decision, Gideon was retried with the aid of a competent defense attorney. This time, he was acquitted of the charges, securing his freedom. Gideon went on to live a quiet life, and his case's legacy continued to shape the criminal justice system.
Well, especially the part where it says no state shall abridge the rights of any citizen to the due process of law and the equal protection of law.
You figured your rights were being abridged?
Any layman would be, his rights would be abridged. It'd take a man that is educated in legal manners and able to talk and able to speak in front of a jury. And a man with money can hire a lawyer to represent him. He'd get a better chance in the trial than I would get without an attorney. To me, that was just common sense. There was no argument to it. It just a belief. It wasn't a belief to me. I mean, it was just something I know is right.
Gideon had no lawyer throughout the trial. Judge McCrary explained why.
At the time, Mr. Gideon asked for the appointment of counsel. The Florida law did not provide for the appointment of counsel except in capital cases. We were following what we thought was the law as laid down by the Supreme Court of the United States in Betts versus Brady, which said that an indigent defendant was not entitled to counsel as a matter of right. We thought that was the law at the time, and we tried to follow that.
And there you have it, the inspiring story of Clarence Earl Gideon and the landmark Supreme Court case that forever changed the American legal landscape. Gideon v. Wainwright reminds us that even the most humble individuals can impact the course of history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through legal history. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating stories and insights. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.